Yo guys, what is up? Today I come to you yet with another weekly live reaction of Gintama 2017. And in this week's episode, episode 325, we are continuing on with what happened from the events of last week's episode. Of course, last week's episode started with the fight between Umibozu and Utsuro, the two strongest individuals in the universe. And we also got background information on Kagura and Kamui's mother and the wife and mother of Umibozu and how they came together, their history. And from what we got from last week, this is the reason why Kamui is so hell-bent on gaining strength and why he wants to kill Umibozu is because he believes through his own eyes and his heirs that Umibozu is the sole reason why their mother died. Hence why Kagura called him a crybaby and that he has never grown stronger. It's because he believes in anything that he's thinking of that Umibozu was the person that killed their mother, but not truly knowing the history that his mother Koka willingly left their old home planet, their wasted abandoned planet with mutated animals. She left there to live with Umibozu, so it was her choice and she died based upon her own choice. So it was no one's fault at this point, and he and Kagura do not know the whole story, but we're going to see a continuation of that, and also the fight that's happening behind the scenes as we're getting background information on their family. So I'm going to start the video right now. It's kind of loud. So he's telling Kagura that she was a mutant created by the outpouring of Altana and Black Quran, an immortal who never would have died as long as she stayed on that planet. And they don't know the exact age she is because she could possibly be older than Umibozu, or possibly the possibility of her being older than Umibozu is something that, is up in the air at this point. So she could be. It's just that she appears to be young since she's been, consuming the Altana from that planet. And he believes that his father took their mother from the planet without her permission and caused her to die. But like I said, she willingly left Quran. I'm going to skip the opening. I just love seeing Takatsuki in the opening. Alright. So, we're 2 minutes and 18 seconds in. The Lost Rabbit. And now we're starting with the background where Kamui used to watch over Kagura. Look at Kagura's face. Like a straight face as a baby. Oh, and the father comes rescuing them. Even at a young age, he tells Kamui not to pick fights with anybody. 8 ants can't bully an elephant. And just so you know, the reason why Kamui wants to get stronger is because his father kind of told him to get strong, but he had a misconception about the terms of getting stronger. Oh my god! Even as a baby, Kagura was vicious. Oh, she knocked the hell out of her father. She was no more than a year old. Oh my god. Oh my god. Even as a baby, Kagura's vicious. And she's so cute too. So Kamui got in a fight because those guys that he was beating up made fun of his mother. They were calling her names. So he really is a crybaby and a mama's boy. At the end of the day, you can say he is that. That's the whole reason why he attacked them. He wouldn't have attacked them for any other reason than that. I love Kagura's straight face as a child. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh man. Got caught by mom. He got in another fight. Aww. So even here, you hear Rakoka said that she became one with him because she wanted to be with him. That was the most obvious answer that she just said, and I guess it never made sense to Kamui, or he never really thought of it. But she practically answered the question. She was with him. She wanted to be one with him because she wanted to be with him. Sorry for that, mom. They didn't. Those guys keep troubling Kamui when he was a kid. Oh god. And Kagura's protecting her brother. How can you kick a little 3, 4-year-old like that? Oh. Alberto looks good with short hair. He and Kamui met each other years ago when Kamui was just a child. He looks good with short hair. So he was always with the Harusame since he was young. Younger. Poor Kagura's hurt. And Umibozu is not there for the time. Well, he's back now. So as you can see, the fact that Coca's no longer on that planet, she's dying. And this also is the same thing with Oboro, because he received blood from Utsuro, who was born from the Altana. Even though he was supposed to die many times, anytime he does not consume that blood that contains the Altana, he's closer to death. And it's like a withdrawal, the symptoms of not consuming it constantly as much as needed causes you to quickly die. And this is the same thing happened to Coca many years ago, prior to, Kagura landing on Earth. So Kamui's been blaming his dad. So Umibozu explained everything to him, and Kamui, it's like it didn't get into his head. And yet he knows the answer, he knows the reason, and he's still blaming. Oh, he's blaming all of them. He's blaming himself, his sister. They're the ones who's made his mother suffer. So right as a child, he's fighting with Obito. And that's when he met Holson. Yes, Holson was the one that taught Kamui. When Holson was young. So remember the Yoshiwara arc where Kami was first introduced, and they remember he said that Holson was his teacher. Now we get to see where it all started from. When he met with Holson, he met with Obito all those years ago, and he was the one that taught Kamui how to become strong. He taught Kamui everything that he knew. Mm. And at the time, Holson was the head commander of the 7th Division before Kamui. Jeez. He actually managed to kick Holson. So Kamui at one point was asking Holson if they can take her and him and possibly Kagura back to Conan so that they can live there, so that she can get better. So in order to save his mom, he cast aside the the intention of family. And that's when, remember that time where we always saw flashbacks where Umibozu was standing, Kagura was holding Umibozu's leg, and you see Kamui on the floor with a puddle of blood by his head. It's because of all of this that happened. All of this that had happened, and this is where Kamui first fought his father, because he felt like his father, like everything that he said, he's the reason why his mother is not dying. He feels like he's holding her back, and so he's throwing away everything that is so-called family to ensure that his mother will get better. So just the idea of family will be cast aside so long as Koka gets better, and Kamui will even kill his own father to do it. Hey, oh, taking his dad's art. Oh my. And after he lost his to his father, he left, and he's just been holding that grudge, that burden with him all this time. And Kagura reminds him of his mother, because Kagura does look like her mom, minus the eye color, which they got from their dad. She sounds like her, and she looks like her. How is Abatoy just standing there watching the fight happen? Oh. Just so you know, it's just as Umibozu versus Utsuro. Oh my, yo, this guy cracked his neck. Oh my god. But there are some things only idiots are capable of doing. What is he doing? He allowed Utsuro to stab him. Oh! Yeah! Yo, you. Oh my god. I'm 15 minutes in and 6 seconds in. Umibozu just went straight for for Utsuro's heart. He grabbed something out of his clothing and shot his hand right through the heart. And even if he crushed Utsuro's heart, it still wouldn't make him disappear. So originally, the crystal that he was supposed to give to Koka to make her prolong her life and make her better, he has kept it all this time for all these years, and now he's going to use it against someone who was actually born from the very same source, and he's going to use that to kill him. You can't stay alive if you're torn apart from your home planet. So yeah, he went back to that planet and looked for if there's any of the Altano crystals, if any was still there. Oh, as you were born on Earth, exposing you to Altano from a different planet, it's like filling gasoline car with the seal. Yo, this he crushed his heart, and we see her lying in her bed dead. This man appeared behind him, half like, oh my god, this guy is still forming. If I could just die from that, I wouldn't have had such a hard time. But this guy is still forming. He ain't dead. So not even you can kill him. Yo, that looks disgusting. Why are there two? The arm that Umibozu chopped off started to regenerate. It started to regenerate. Oh my god, he looks disgusting. Oh my god. Like half flesh and then half inner muscle and everything. It look nasty. Looks like I run out of Altana. Oh god. Centuries I got to experience that and this feeling of being alive. Opening after the end that is to come. Let us meet again someday in the afterlife. So Umibozu's half dead right now on the floor. He's been cleaved into, well, somewhat almost cleaved into. I lost my left arm casting aside my family, but I lost my right arm protecting it. So while he took off the other arm, he cleaved Umibozu, like from where his sword was still launching Umibozu, he took it and just cleaved him from the side. So this whole side is open. And Kamui's here. Yes! Gin and Shinpachi's finally here. They barely miss Utsuro, man. Yes. We don't need blood ties or a reason to help her. Yes. Yes. They're her family as well. I'm so glad that they came. He's so far gone, it's not possible to come back. I'll end things. Gintoki knocked himself and Umibozu in the head. Took him up and just knocked his head with his. That makes me the. And now he's grown a big old lump on him. And now I'm the strongest. I'm the. Oh, did a fly land on my head? Gintoki bashed his head against Umibozu, and all Umibozu is thinking is that a fly landed on his head. I'm the one who finished him off. I've inherited the title of strongest. Yes. What you've been looking for is right here. If you want some, come get some. Yes. I'm gonna trample over all of them as a complete Yes. That's how worthless the thing you've always wanted is. Ooh. Let's go again. Kamui's punch had no effect. You can never beat your own man with that. Yes. Yeah. He was basically running away. But with your weak fist, you couldn't blow away your own man's wig, let alone me. You already have one that fits you perfectly. You stupid brother. Let's go. So it's just like as Gintoki was saying that Kamui all this time, his whole reason for getting stronger wasn't for the sake of. I mean, he's been saying that he had once abandoned his family, for the sake of protecting his mother, but and in order to do so was to grow stronger. Hence, why he trained underneath Host and he joined the Harusame, became the captain of the 7th Division. But when you think about all these things, he was willing to attack his own father and own sister because of his own weakness, of his own. He was scared. Kamui was scared. He didn't want to seem as weak, and for him, growing physically strong was his definition of strength. Hence, why he always went after strong characters ever since his introduction back in the Yoshiwara and in Flames arc. The same time as Hosen, when he met Gintoki, he said, "Don't touch my prey." He goes after people that's strong. It's because he never had a purpose. He was just empty. And when you think about it, yes, he may be physically stronger than Kagura, but Kagura throughout the entirety of the series has been going stronger and stronger, both mentally, even physically, mentally, and emotionally compared to her brother. She was actually owning up to everything that has happened. It's just that she didn't know exactly what had happened because she was too young to understand. But Kagura has always been facing up against her own demons and her pests. So compared to Kamui, the strongest one out of both of them is her, you know. And she was always willing from the very beginning of the series to try and save her brother, save her family. And, hopefully by the end of this, Gintoki does knock some sense into his head, because even though, like he said, he's not blood related to any of them, he's very much as family to Kagura as Kamui and their father. Okay, he's very much family. He's been there with her since she came into his life. They've done some amazing things and ridiculous stuff as the odd jobs, along with Shinpachi and Sadaharu, and they met tons of people. So for her, that is also an addition of her family. They're not blood related, but it also goes back to the Yoshiwara Flames arc with Honowa, I believe, when they were trying to save the little boy's mother, even though they were not blood related, they were much closer than those who were related by blood. So we're gonna see, you know, the second father figure, the second father in Kagura's life, which is Gintoki, face off against her brother, and hopefully he knocks some sense into his head, because Kamui, for the longest time, he needed some good old heavy hits and some actual hard, cold facts thrown in his face, and this is just going to be it. We're gonna have these two duke it out. We saw Utsuro fighting, and Umibozu is laying on the ground half dead right now after the fight, but this is not going to be the last time we're going to see of either of them. That's not going to happen, but it looked like from that fight we saw where Umibozu had a slight chance. He knew what was able to actually hit Utsuro, because Utsuro stated himself, this is the first time I've experienced death and life. So just in that scene alone, we can tell that Umibozu was very close to knowing what could kill Utsuro. So they'll continue to explain that and see what they can do to use that same crystal that could have saved Koka's life, but also destroy it at the same time, that same crystal. So next week is a new episode. Tell me your thoughts on how you felt about this week's episode with the fights that's going down, and how much of you have been anticipating since, the introduction of Kamui and how he wanted to fight Gintoki. How much are you anticipating this fight and how it will go down? And also, I found a video on YouTube that from the Gintama the Hatsuri 2017, like, how Gintama has yearly events and they have the voice actors and everything, and they actually showed a promotional video for season 5. So I will put that in the description box for you guys to go check that out for yourselves. I was so hyped up when I saw it, and I cannot wait for that season. Of course, I don't know when season 5 is going to happen, but that does tell you that this season 4, will be only like 12 episodes, and then after that they may take a short break, and then season 5 will happen. But I will leave the link that I saw on YouTube, I'll leave it in the description box for you guys to check it out, and you guys could go watch it for yourselves. And also leave a comment down below on how you felt about this week's episode. And I'm Kimmy Chan of Anime Legends Podcast, and I will see you guys later. Bye.